Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today's tip 309. I know I missed yesterday's live. I had a class all day yesterday, and the day before I kind of talked about, I've been looking at the Tony Robbins Awaken the Giant Within book, and I kind of talked about 7 tips that Tony Robbins pointed out will help make your life so much better. And what I decided to do is look at each one of those tips from the day before yesterday. And I'll kind of go over the 7 days real quick, and then today I'll just focus on day 1. Good morning, whoever's on with me. So the 7 tips he said to really taking more control of your life. And these are things we've all heard in Doc V's group. I've heard in the Law of Attraction. I've heard every coaching program that I've worked on in the past 2 years to try to improve life. These are all things that I've heard before, and this is just his approach at it, and just a way to remind myself and all of us of what we can do to move forward. And the 7 tips that Tony Robbins gave from my talk the day before yesterday was, number 1, we need to control our emotions. Number 2, we need to condition our energy, our thoughts, our feelings. Hi, Mary Jo, good to see you. Number 3, our relationships, how to improve our relationships. Number 4, finances. Number 5, are you controlling or are you being controlled? Number 6, time management. And number 7, rest and play. And today, his day 1, this is Tony Robbins. And again, these are all things that I've heard in other programs and through other mentors. But it's worth thinking about and working towards. And number 1 today, day 1, is controlling your emotions. And I kind of talked about this in my live in Doc V's Transform Your Life group. But the greatest gift I gave myself, or the first step that I did during COVID, sorry about the TV in the background, but it just plays for noise. Every day, the first thing that I did when I first got involved in Doc V's challenge is I started to recognize and identify that my thought patterns, the way I was feeling all the time, was as if it was never good enough. I never felt good. I didn't come at things from a place of feeling good. I came to them from a place of feeling bad. So I often joke, but it's true. In the very beginning of COVID, I was listening to I Am affirmations pretty consistently in the background. And I still to this day listen to affirmations, meditation, journaling, anything to keep me, because I found that these tools, like all my mentors have told me in the past couple of years, help me to feel good. It's like a rampage of working myself into feeling good if I'm not feeling quite happy. And knowing I'm saying this, just remember that if you're really feeling low, all you're looking for is little steps to kind of make yourself feel better. It took a while for me to overcome it, but it's probably the very first gift in helping me to start to make my life better. And in controlling emotions, the first thing is to identify that you're not feeling good. Recognize that if you're not feeling good, the only person who controls that is you. If somebody else made you feel bad, it's that you allowed it to make you feel bad. And that was hard for me to come to terms with, but it's true. I can choose in every situation whether I'm going to be happy or sad. And I like feeling good. The next thing to do is remember the steps that we've learned, whether it's Doc V or some other mentor. But Doc V has given us these steps every single day for a couple of years for those of us involved. And Law of Attraction has some very similar steps. And Doc V's been talking a lot about Law of Attraction lately. But really what it amounts to is take the steps to make yourself feel better. First off, if you know you're not feeling exactly happy, or I've talked about during my busy season, sometimes I'll stop and I'll meditate for 5 minutes because I can tell I'm not feeling exactly happy right now, or I'm not feeling in a good place. So I take the steps. I'll journal positive thoughts. I'll listen to affirmations. I'll meditate, something to help me stay where I'm at in how I feel and improve a little bit instead of fall deeper. And I think that's the greatest gift, is when you start to recognize how you feel, you can take the steps to feeling better quicker, and it becomes more of a habit the more often that you do it. So that is going to be the first thing, is that you're going to want to identify how you're feeling and then start taking the steps to feel better. Because you need to identify if you're feeling good. And then you also need to take the steps like in an environment you're in. If you're in an environment that's making you feel sad or unhappy, maybe it might be one of those cases where you have to break away and come back when you are in a place of feeling better. Because one thing that I have learned, and this was something a lot with the law of attraction, is that if you allow yourself in it when you're not feeling strong or happy or joyful, if you stay in an environment where other people are feeling that way, it kind of draws you into that energy or that negative feeling. And sometimes it's just better to walk away, and you can come back more reasonable when you feel good about yourself. Good morning, Julie. And then the next thing is just remember that be graceful to yourself and know that it takes some time. It took me a long time and a lot of affirmations and a lot of journaling. And I will do it for the rest of my life, because when I'm starting to feel down on my mood or emotions, because emotions can be despair, anger, frustration, worry, or they can be joy, happiness, love. And I try to identify when I'm not feeling exactly happy, joyful, or full of love, and just do some journaling, meditation, gratitude, appreciation, something to make me feel better. It may sound funny, but it really, truly, at least I'm finding, it works. And then recognizing in the beginning, everything feels uncomfortable, but it's just because it's not normal yet. And the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit, and that habit feels good. The next thing that they talked about is, this was interesting. Tony Robbins said that there are more than 3,000 emotions, and most of us only experience 12 of them in any given week. And he said by 3,000 emotions, we have words to describe about 3,000 emotions, and we all get stuck on about 12 every week. Well, if that's the case, I want to pick 12 really good ones that feel good. So it made me realize I need to continually reach for more and put more words that feel good into my life, because I do like to feel good, and things go better when I put myself in a place of feeling good. And the decisions I make towards my health and my work life and finances, all of those tend to be better when I'm coming at them from a place of feeling good. I'm going to kind of think of that as, instead of getting out of my comfort circle, what I'm doing is I'm just growing my comfort circle. I'm making it bigger. I'm making it more inclusive. I'm making it full of more fun, energy, and love, so that I can enjoy more of what is in this world. Changing, this is something right out of Tony Robbins' books. Changing how you feel is the first step to grabbing the motivation to change. Choose the feel-good choice. And he was talking about, he took a quote from Thomas Fuller, MD, seeing, believing, but most important, feeling the truth. And the thing about feeling is we can choose how we're going to feel. Good morning, Julie. Good to see you, if I didn't say that already. So what I'm going to say is, Tony Robbins actually gave an assignment in this Awaken the Giant Within to kind of start to look at our emotions and try to recognize when we're not feeling good. I feel this so much. I just walked away from my toxic job Friday, starting something new tomorrow. Julie, I am so happy for you, because even myself, I'm preparing myself, because I know that the type of work I do is very, very stressful, but I also know it doesn't have to be. So I'm preparing myself in how I feel, and I'm also preparing myself in my skills, because if my skills are always very marketable, I can always control my outcome. Before I started feeling, they call it handcuffs, gold handcuffs, and I don't want to be handcuffed anywhere. I want to, and I truly feel it is, for integrity purposes, I have to give the best I have to give to any job. But if it's not feeling good and I can't make it feel good, I need to work to make myself feel good, because I think that's really important. And when I feel good, allow the right opportunity in, because if I start to fall into that place not feeling good, I attract the wrong stuff, and I don't want the wrong stuff. So I'm so glad for you, Julie. Go in there positive. It's going to be a great thing for you. And in doing that, like Tony Robbins was talking about, like the feeling part of it, write down your emotions in a week and think about what triggers you to feel certain ways, because maybe we can start to work on thinking about them. And I thought this was great, because this is even Law of Attraction with Zahar Mahoon when I work on the Unlimited book. Think about something that can trigger it to feel good or to make you laugh inside. It doesn't have to be something you shared with somebody else, but if you run into triggers, turn those triggers to be something that, and it's slowly working. It's with the meditations, the gratitude, the appreciation, the journaling, that it'll start to turn. But if somebody, it's like even me, there is a person not too far away that is always looking. Some people just like trauma, and I've just actually learned that I have to let that go. Well, hi, Angela, good to see you. So if there is a person that is always looking for that bringing people down, it's sad that that's where they want to live. But you know what? Smile, wish them the best, and walk away, and do not give anybody your good feelings. Let yourself feel good. And I kind of wrote down the things that I use to help myself to feel better. And it's meditations, it's gratitude journaling, it's appreciation journaling, and like Doc V, I am thankful and grateful for, affirmations, and I also do boards. I know people use vision boards, but I also use board that I will actually put pictures that make me feel good, like a sunrise, a sunset, bunnies. I know every morning when I get up today, I saw like 6 bunnies. That makes me feel good. Find those little things that make you feel good. Spending a minute outside, that sunrise, that sunset, those help you to stay in a feel-good place. And then I decided for me, I think, like I looked at the emotional wheel once, and it was filled with all kinds of negative words about how people felt. And I thought, wow, see, even in that part of it, we're focusing on the negative. So I started a list of feelings that I want to feel that are more positive. If there's 3,000 of them out there that are in words, I want to start focusing on the ones that feel good. So I started a list of feel good, and I'm going to keep adding to it over time, because that's where I want to try to get to more often than the other place. And I'm just going to call it the other place because I don't want to go there. So these are some positive words, or words that made me feel good, and maybe you guys can do the same. Come up with a list of words that make you feel good, and it can help you in your journaling, your gratitude journaling, and you're trying to think in a better place. And see, these are some of the words that I came up with that just make me feel good. Enjoyment, excitement, fulfillment, exhilarating, satisfaction, amusement, peacefulness, cheerfulness, eagerness, adoration, euphoria, ecstasy, bliss, love, happiness, joyful, relief, contentment, satisfaction, compassion, fondness, rapture, jubilation, gladness, delight. There are so many wonderful things in this world, and right now a lot of people are focusing on what is painful, and I'm going to invite myself, and hopefully all of you guys too, to try to find the things to be excited about, to be joyful about, to be eager about, and to be looking for something that just makes you feel so good you think they're going to have to pull you off the ceiling. Find those things that make you feel good, because what I have found is when I put myself in that place where I feel good, I make better decisions and life feels better. And the people that are around me seem to be feeling better too. So I think it's a win-win, and I want that for all of us. Let's somehow send some of these positive, exciting emotions out there, and maybe help someone who's struggling a little bit to get to that place where they can start to feel a little bit better. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.